Listeners, do you feel like you're at an 80s disco? Are you having fun? Well, that would be thanks to our special guest. She's a talented queen from Call Me Mother Season 2. Who is it? I don't know. I mean, Jenna Seppa. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm very excited. I mean, the circumstances, but
Listen, we're making it work.
Exactly.
We're all doing great. But my first question for you is, so obviously you've made it all the way to Call Me Mother Season 2 and have done an amazing job. But I want to take it back for a second quick a little bit to what initially got you into drag?
that is a great question. I was like typical kid in a little family that was always performing, putting on little shows at home, like in the basement. I remember one time we did like a Christmas themed show, and we had sort of like a grocery bag like taped to the ceiling with like a bunch of like paper like cutouts, and then we like pulled a string and it like started snowing.
Oh my god!
So that was like me doing drag at 7. But then obviously things started like developing. I started going to makeup because of like struggling acne, and I was like into theater, into film, and drag was just kind of like everything I enjoyed about art and things and performance, just like all together. So it was just kind of like a natural thing, and now I do it all the time.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Okay, so piggybacking off of that, why did you end up auditioning for Call Me Mother?
I actually auditioned for both seasons. Season 1, I remember the casting call was like this new mysterious show about drag. We didn't like know, they didn't say anything about what the show actually was. So I went in fully blind and didn't get on, but like still was in the process and stuff. So I started communicating with production, and then I remember seeing a posting on Facebook. Like I'm on a few like those pages that like do calls for like crews and stuff for like film productions, and I saw that they were like shooting this show in North Bay, which is like near where I live, and then I realized it was the same show that I had auditioned for, and I was like, wait, am I gonna and I was like, is it gonna be a conflict if I like want to audition for like a future season? They're like, yeah. I was like, perfect, okay, I'm applying.
Yes.
And that's how it happened.
That's so cool. Yeah, it was quite funny when we saw the little like clip of you being like dragging.
I was just gonna say it was so great, just the little like PA stance, and you were just pulling stuff and everything. Just yes, Jenna. It was great.
Thank you. That was like my first cameo ever. I was very proud of myself. My headset was on. I'm a little bald. Like it was like I was like the day that I was like looking the most like with my hat and like no one see me, and they were like, so we actually need you on the runway to drag Sanjina off stage.
And you're like, thanks so much.
This is why I'm here.
And then that kind of takes me to the second question. Good segue. So obviously you were a part of season 1, but now you're on season 2 and you're competing. So what was that first day like when you get there and you just see this giant sea of drag artists just before you?
It was so cool because first of all, most of like not most, but like a lot of the cast, like almost half, I knew from like when I started drag. Like a lot of them started at the same time as me in Toronto, or kind of were around at that time. So it was kind of like a cute reunion that we haven't like first of all it's COVID, we don't see each other at all. I left Toronto, so it was nice to see like where we're at now and like doing this thing together. So it was really really exciting, and then meeting all the new the other performers from the rest of the country, which is like really special. And I was like, oh, casting did not mess around this season. This is gonna be really fun. So
were you shocked that there were 15 of you?
Yeah, well, we were all like doing like mental math, like, okay, so I don't think there's gonna be like 14 billion episodes. So oh no, what are they gonna do? Like, what are they gonna do?
Oh my gosh. So obviously you get into the House of Harmony. And how did you feel about collaborating with your house? More specifically, because we saw it this week, how did you feel about collaborating with Pepper?
I love my house so much. Obviously I didn't get to work with Shady as long, but we were such a like collaborative house that like really wanted to highlight everyone's like best qualities or like best assets and just like bring it together. You know, like for example, episode 4, Weeby was walking the runway, and I was like, "Can I do your makeup?" Like I love doing like I do my partner's makeup. I love painting people, so I did her makeup, and like Pepper was like super like heavy in choreo and choreographed a lot of our runway walks and stuff like that. So we just really collaborated really well and had something different to offer that like balanced everyone out.
That's awesome.
And also, they're just really nice and like really fun and really sweet.
And then going to the second half of your performance this week, I loved your runway. It was amazing. It was super cute. Can you just give us a little bit more insight about why you chose the route that you did with it?
So that costume is like super special to me. I actually had it before the show. It was like something I wanted for like since the beginning of my drag. This character, Annie Brocoli, she's like a French Canadian kid entertainer basically, and one of her films, she's like in space in her little like yellow car, and she's like looking for stuff for like her space station, and I love it, and it's just fun. She's like lost in space, and she's like that's the whole story. And when they were like me and my show, I was like, wait, actually, I like this whole other concept, and I was like last minute, like, wait, this is like so me, and like it's such a defining element of like my drag and like my childhood, and like just just everything about like where I'm at after this. So it was just like really special to like get to present it as like an ode to my inner child.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, I love that because we saw very different ideas of what everybody thought of this runway this week. I feel like there was so many different ways that people went with it, and it
the
was
prompt
really
was like a full paragraph. They gave us like so many, and then we were like, it was almost like so detailed that everyone went like balls to the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I loved seeing that because it was also we got to see a little piece of everybody's kind of like where they like to be with things. Like seeing like obviously you with like your French background and how that works and stuff. That my favorite thing is that every time you had like some sort of outfit, there was always an accent over anything that you did because of your French background. And I died every single time. It was my favorite thing.
Salon Snap. That was their idea. They were like, so I was like, I want a question mark thing, like Jenna Seppa, and they were like, we're gonna add an accent to it, and you're welcome. Like, go brand that. Go.
That's so good.
But like
put
honestly,
it on the merch, put it on everything.
Exactly. Like you need to take advantage of that because it is the best 100%. Thing ever. I just loved it like, every time.
The rose, I was like, yeah, I got the headpiece, and then the next episode when they show up with the cross, I was like, oh my god, you are a genius. I don't need to be here anymore. Thank you. I have what I need. I'm gonna go home. I'm great. I'm good. Thank you.
You're like, I'm good. I'll take all this stuff and I'll just go do my performances. I'm good. I'm great.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go nap.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm busy.
I'm done. I'm out. See you later. Oh my gosh. Okay, so also going into a little bit more in this week, can you tell us more about your performance and what you and Pepper came up with?
Yes. We went full concept. We were like, let's focus on like physical comedy, which is something I kind of dabbled in when I was like doing improv in high school. Never was like a huge like physical comedy. I'm very face performance, but and we were like, okay, what could like this wasp be attacking? Like something that she craves, because you could tell she was like craving this like the blood of the like victims in the actual film. And I was like, what about like flowers and fruit and like like other small insects? And then we like focus on this orange, like citrus, and so that's why I had like little orange elements in my like nurse outfit. And then Crystal was like, why don't we make you just a full like headpiece? So actually Crystal made that for me.
Oh, that's right.
It was like painting like on the floor, on like in the mothership, like glitter spray painting like it on set. It was great. It was just bonkers.
That orange slice is the unintentional 16th cast member of this season because oh my god, it was everything. It was so good every time it came on. Just yes.
Honestly, anything that Jenna did like prop wise or like that kind of stuff is the 16th. Like it's just all of Jenna's props
The
because
16th, the 17th, the 18th, the
18th.
19th.
Yeah, exactly. Because
We've got a full on like the cast is now big enough for Survivor, so let's just do that. Bring everybody back.
They should do that. Just throw us in the woods and like good luck.
see who
With
survives.
like our drag kit. Like,
Oh my god, drag Survivor. That'd be so camp.
I would love that.
That would be
I like go hiking and stuff and like go camping, so I would just like I would win, honestly.
You would win. You would just
Yes.
leave everybody else to the woods. You'd be like, here, you guys deal with that. I'll be over here surviving.
Yeah.
Maybe
Go get branches. And
yeah. Maybe
Where'd Jenna
maybe,
go? And it's just a question mark hanging from like the clothesline.
Floating, yeah.
just that full thing. No, totally. That would be iconic.
I would watch that show. I would be in that show.
You
Actually,
would
I
be
might
in that
pitch
show. I feel like it would be you and Pepper at the finals because like I feel like Pepper has some survival skills too. So I feel like it would
Oh,
be.
for sure.
I feel it would be you too. I feel like everybody else would kind of like slowly
I might want
taper
to pull
off.
what you did. I might want to be a PA for the show or like edit for it and then go on it or vice versa.
That's how you start. You know what I mean? You just like
Yes.
exist and then. It's gonna be just episode 2 all over again. Just walking out the front door hiking. Yeah.
And then a moment that you had this episode, which really spoke to me, and like actually when I was watching it, I kind of teared up a little bit because it was just a very beautiful moment. You talk about how you have a small drag community in this episode, and then it's so nice to especially be on the set, just be surrounded by queer artists, other drag artists. And do you want to elaborate on that a little bit? Because it was just a very beautiful moment for a lot of reasons.
Oh, that makes me really happy. Yeah, when like during the pandemic, I left Toronto to go back to my hometown with my partner, and obviously a lot of things changed, and we were kind of doing our own little thing, like up here at home, doing like digital drag and stuff. But just we had each other, which was really amazing, but not having kind of like the experience of like the queer community in a city where we're all together. We have kind of like a place to go, for the most part. And so being on set with all like the entire cast, the salon, the mothers, the other judges, everyone, and then also crew members on set that were also queer. It was just like a really special moment, and like I think it was episode 4 when we were getting the video calls from everyone. I like saw like almost like the future, like the future me watching the show, like just full like flash to the future and like really like felt how like special it was to be there, and in a time where like we don't really get these opportunities during a world pandemic, just like go have fun and drive like as a full group of queer people. So yeah, it was just like really special. Something that was part of the episode.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my god.
No, it was a really like sweet moment. I feel like we've been getting little moments from everyone throughout the season, but for you we hadn't really gotten that yet, and so getting to hear that little side of your little hometown thing was really cute. And
I waited till the last minute until they had to.
they said she's going this episode, so let's just get it in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was just a really sweet moment to see because I've been doing drag for about a year and a half now, and I only like just recently moved to like a place where like there's actually like other drag artists and other queer people. Period. So it's just like it was just I just want to say thank you for that moment because it just like it really spoke to my heart and it was just really sweet. So thank you.
Oh my god, that means a lot. That's really cool.
Of course.
So now going back to the episode, obviously, we obviously find out that you, Michaela, and Weeby are the bottom 3 this week. How did you feel standing there with the 2 of them? Did you have like any inkling that it was going to be you, or were you just like thinking like what's gonna happen, or what was your thought process?
It was kind of gaggy because I was like kind of convinced that like we were like thinking that maybe we would end up being in the finale. And then I was like, oh, so one of us isn't. Okay. And then I was like, replaying like how my performance went, and I hadn't seen what they did like on stage. I knew what they were kind of doing like when rehearsing and stuff, but And then I was like, I think it's gonna be me. I think it's me. I don't think it's any like they are beloved characters and they're amazing and I think it's my time. And I was like at peace with it like really, really quickly, which I did not expect. Um I found myself like comforting them and I like actually went to say Jenna and I was like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Um but yeah, it was like quite the roller coaster of emotions in like 30 seconds. And then I was like, okay, no, you know what? This is great. I get to go home now. Like, this is actually good. I'm ready to go, you know? So, yeah, it was quite the whirlwind. And then, I mean, and then everyone just is like, each judge just gets to say really nice things about it. So it was nice to
You're like, I'm getting all the compliments, so it's fine by me. Like, let's get it over with. Kind of
Yes,
moment.
And the orange slice.
And the
And
orange,
the orange slice.
actually, so when we were like getting to the final judgment, before they actually announced the bottom three, I like almost like made like filming stop. I was like, can I take this off? And because I was like, I couldn't hear well because of that, and then I was like starting to overheat and like it was like cutting into my face because it's cardboard. And I was just getting two large paper cuts, you know what I mean? And then so we like reset with me without the orange. So I was like, I'm not getting eliminated.
You're like, if I'm getting eliminated, I'm not going out with an orange on my face. Like, this is not
Do you
happening.
still have it?
Yeah, it's actually it's. Wait, should I go get it?
Yes, go get it.
Oh my god! If that's too much for you to do, don't worry about it. I'm just kidding.
Actually, I put it on my wall in my bedroom, because we have like a bunch of like prints and posters. And and I just put my orange.
I love that.
That's
oh my god! Do you know what it reminds me of? You know I don't know if this is like maybe this is gonna age me, but like in the early 2000s there was these like I think Gushers commercials, and they like eat one and they become the fruit.
They become the fruit. Yep.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Oh yeah.
You were like, I am a gusher. This is me.
I am a gusher. I'm also Marina Diamandis. You know, Marina Diamandis.
Yes. She was so close on my Spotify rap this year. I was so sure she was gonna be top 5, and she wasn't. I was very upset, and I felt like sharing.
Thank you for
next year.
Yeah,
I
next
love
year.
her. I love her so much.
So
Did I actually
great.
share? I made a I posted like I made a recreation of one of her looks from her latest album. She shared
Ancient
on her
Dreams.
story.
Yes.
Yeah, it was cool. Venus Flytrap, like that little blue and white dress.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, I did it. It was really cool.
That's
So
I love it.
thought I'd share.
And then my next question for you, which is something that we have just like to ask everybody, especially since me and Michaela, like we're younger drag artists, only been doing it for about a year or so. So just in general, what advice do you have for baby performers or people looking to get into drag for the first time?
Honestly, that's a really it might be like a cliche answer, but I just do whatever you want and like have fun. And for me, like I'm just gonna use myself as an example. I kind of lost that a bit at, like into my drag, and like now I'm like rediscovering it. I was really passionate, like I was doing all my own things, and like was really just like unapologetically like what I wanted to do. And then you start working, and then they kind of you just want to give people what they want. But going back to just committing to things that you want to share and like really find the voice that you want to like find your voice, I guess. It's just like I think the most important thing, and it makes for like more authentic and like genuine and like just more endearing kind of like drag. For me, I think it's just like the way to go. You just have to be so yourself and like really just speak whatever message you want to put out there.
That's beautiful. Very well said.
Yes, I was about to say, very well said for sure. Even if it's like you say it's a cliche kind of thing, I feel like it's something everybody needs to hear because a lot of the time people go out and they're like, I'm going to do this because I want money or I want fame or I want this or whatever. And I feel like going out and doing it because, you know, you want to have fun and you want to just, you know, give it a try and give it your all and be you and do that kind of stuff is like the best thing that you can do for it.
It's also so much more fulfilling, to be honest. Like it's just it makes it so much more worth it when you.
Yeah. And I'm sure like keeps you humble, keeps reminding yourself why you even started this in the first place. So yeah, very
out, you know. And like enjoy and like go out there, like go do it, you know, go for it.
And having orange lights.
And having
Exactly.
orange
Don't forget your vitamin C.
Yes.
Very important. All right, so obviously that ended your journey on Call Me Mother for now, but we want to know what's next for Jenna Seppa, which, by the way, I love saying your name. I don't know if you've heard it every single time, every podcast, but I have said it every single time that I love saying your name every single week.
No doubt. Thank you so much. I think I have the best name ever, and that's just my opinion and also the truth. But what's next? Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping to keep going on events up here in my hometown and just like surrounding areas. I love performing in smaller communities. I think the passion and like the excitement is just so different from what you get in the more of a city environment. But yeah, I want to go just travel around. Me and my partner always talk about because my partner also does drag quintessential like her so much. So
Yes,
she's
I follow
my
Quinta.
favorite drag queen.
I love Quinta.
Yes, you do. We were like I remember when we like first like met online. Was going through your following, and it was like the cast of Calling Mother
And
Quintessential.
Quinta.
I was like,
I
what?
even said that you were on Instagram Live, and I literally
Right,
Quinta
that's
appeared
right.
in the back, and I was like, "How does it feel to be the only one that could leave a follow other than the Call Me Mother cat?"
Honestly, Quinta for season 3, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
Period.
it'd be so funny. She would. I think she would win, and that is also a fact. But yeah, we want like that like a tour bus or something, and just like kind of live and like in our van and like travel like the province and like maybe all of Canada and just do that.
I have been bugging you to come to Vancouver. There are a few of
I
you
know.
that I message, and I'm like, please come to Vancouver, and you're one of them. I think I've messaged you the most. I've been like, Jenna.
We wanna plan a trip. We were supposed to go like this year, and money is a thing that happens. So
Oh, yes,
we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, I have been to Vancouver once, and it was the best time. It was a wild experience. But I want to go back and like perform and have a good time.
Yes.
See Weeby, see Justin, see Toddy, and everyone.
Just do like a fun like mini reunion show.
Yes.
Honestly, if something like that happens, I'm in Seattle. I'm only like 3 hours away. I will drive up. I will be there 100%.
I love like the West Coast like city, like the Canada US kind of like my friend Maria, she's from Vancouver, and she's always in Portland, always in Seattle, like just going to all the concerts. It's like so convenient.
Yeah.
Like we have like New York, and it's like an 8 to 10 hour, no, like 6 hour trip or. It's like
it's a journey and a half.
Like between Toronto and New York City, it's still kind of far, but like y'all have like all the things to do together, and it's cute.
We do, but yes, we would love to have you here.
I also just want to go hiking so bad.
Oh yeah.
I just want to go in the mountains, be like a little goat, and just.
We have some good hiking trails here, so.
I went on one that had like a really nice bridge from rapids, and it was really beautiful. Ooh. So I want to explore. Like it was like those like suspended kind of like creepy bridges like that.
Oh my god! But they're the best ones though.
Yeah, they're cool. I'm slowly getting over my fear of bridges.
Michaela has a fear of bridges too.
I do. It's true.
They're awful. They're just awful. Like convenient, awful.
Agreed.
That's true. And also statically pleasing in photos. But my final question for you is kind of piggybacking off Michaela's question. Obviously, you're doing all these amazing things. You're fresh off Call Me Mother Season 2. You slayed the game. So where can we find you and keep up with you? Any socials that we can find you at?
I'm on Instagram at Jenna.Seppa. That's JENNA.SEPPA. Or on Twitter at Confusion, which is confusion and anything. So... And if you're in Northern Ontario, we do shows pretty much, relatively consistently. And I'll be in Toronto at least once a month. So I'll be in the village. I'll be maybe at a restaurant. You can find me there. Maybe walking. So
maybe
I'm at places. You can find me.
You'll find Jenna somewhere at some point.
Wandering, you know what I mean?
Exactly. All right. Well, I think that's about the amount of time we have today. But we just wanted to thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. And And we just hope that everything that you do in the future is successful and makes you happy.
Thank you so much, and thank you for doing this podcast and just highlighting the cast of Calm Weather. It's really special, and like we're really grateful to have people like you that uplift their voices and encourage this new little show that we are a part of. So thank you so much.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much.